Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, and welcome back to another juicy episode of WWE News and Rumors. So, I just gotta say, we have a lot, and I mean a lot of things to talk about today, so I have no time to stand here and run my mouth. So WWE News Rumors, here we go. So the first news story is about Zelina Vega. So if you haven't heard at this point, I hate to break it to you in this kind of fashion, but Zelina Vega has been released from the WWE. She has been pretty much fired from the WWE. Why? Well, that has been the question, a lot of guessing to do with like Twitch, or maybe her opening the OnlyFans kind of thing, which wasn't for that kind of thing that you're thinking. It wasn't for that, so don't go look for that because it wasn't that. But basically, WWE themselves have released a statement about Zelina's release because they've had such an outroar by fans, like, what the hell is going on? They basically have confirmed why she was released from the source. So they said that Zelina was released because she breached her contract. She breached her contract, so what in the hell does that mean? In what type of way did she breach the contract? And I guess that has something to do with social media. There's some kind of clause in the contract that she did breach, I guess? Because I know when she signed the contract, they didn't have a Twitch clause, but I believe they like updated the contract and made the wrestler sign it. So maybe if she signed the new version of the contract, she was breaching it. But anyway, that's their excuse. Breach of contract, Zelina's released, that's the official reason. Okay, the next news story is weird. So, Retribution, yes, the faction Retribution, they have actually hacked the WWE Twitter. They have hacked it, right? I mean, obviously it's a storyline. It's interesting, though. I haven't seen, like, I don't think this has ever happened. Has the WWE Twitter ever been hacked by an active wrestling faction? I don't believe that's ever happened, and that is something new to add to the list today, I guess, guys. Okay, the next news story is about The Undertaker. So, if you don't know, The Undertaker is, I guess, retired at this point. He is no longer a wrestler anymore. He's just, I guess, a human now. I don't know. Anyway, Undertaker's having, I don't even know what they're doing. If they're doing like a little ceremony for him, or he's having a retirement speech or something. Anyway, all I know is they're going to go off this thing. It's going to be something special. It's going to be something to definitely tune in to watch. And there's going to be a lot of legends there. Now, there is a list that WWE have confirmed so far, and that's what this news story is about. So the legends they have confirmed so far, and there's going to be more added. So by the time you're even watching this, there's going to be more that you already know about that I don't know about because you have the knowledge of the future, and I don't yet. But the ones that have already been announced is going to be Kurt Angle, Kane, and actually The Godfather. So there's 3 right now. I'm sure there's going to be like a giant list of people who are going to be there, but so far that's the 3 that have been confirmed. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so those are actually the only confirmed news stories that I talked to you guys about today, but don't you dare go anywhere. Don't you tune out of this video because, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get good. It's about to get juicy. So go ahead and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready because, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for some juicy rumors. Okay, the first rumor is also about Zelina Vega. So it's about, I mean, it's a little bit of a personal thing, but kind of not really because it's about business and money. So it's about her money. So it's given she refused to stop Twitch, and that was the breach of contract. There was a clause in it saying social media, you have to give us access, you have to give us your earnings, and it goes towards your whatever. And she refused to give that up. She refused to actually hand over her money to just get her downside guarantee or whatever. And a lot of people are scratching their heads being like, you're a wrestler at the WWE. Why would you do that? Like, you're passing up the opportunity or whatever. And then this rumor kind of pulls it all together and be like, oh, I see why. Yeah, I don't blame her. So basically, Zelina Vega, the rumor here is she was actually making, and this is hard to believe, she was actually making more money from Twitch and other social medias, like, combined. She was making more pretty much from Twitch than she was from WWE. So that's just like mind-blowing because the thing that pretty much gave her the fame is not paying her as well as some social media platform, which is just crazy. But apparently, yeah, she was making more money from Twitch than she even was from her WWE contract. That's just mind-blowing, and it totally makes sense now why she didn't want to give that up. Okay, the next rumor is about Evolution number 2. So Evolution, if you don't know, is an all-women's pay-per-view. We've only had one of them in the past, Evolution number 1. And ever since number 1 has ended, we've been asking for number 2. Hey, can we get another all-women's pay-per-view number 2? And I feel like they kind of didn't set it up correctly when they did the first one because it was kind of just a house show they recorded. We're like, what in the hell is this? It's the house show ring. It's the house show stage. Like, it was supposed to be like the women's version of the Saudi Arabian shows, kind of, because like the women couldn't really wrestle at those at the time. And it was like, okay, we have to give the women's a version of this since the men have this giant spectacular that's as big as WrestleMania. We're going to give the women's one. And then they do it, and it's just like a house show. Just a live event. It's nothing special. It's like, oh, that's very nice. So apparently this rumor is saying that they have given up on Evolution number 2. They are not thinking about it. There's no conversation about it. They've completely gave up on it. And may I offer one theory of why? I think personally, since they're not doing the Saudi Arabian shows where it's mostly the men wrestling and there's not women wrestling as well, there's not really a reason to do an Evolution 2, is their mindset. Is their mindset right now that there's no reason to. We're not doing an all men's pay-per-view, so why would we do an all women's one? It doesn't really make sense right now when we can just do a normal pay-per-view and have both in one show. So that's the current mindset. Once things start to get better and the pandemic starts to fade away, maybe they'll start bringing up the discussion of doing Evolution 2 again, but as of right now, no discussion. Evolution 2, there is no plans for it to be happening anytime soon. Okay, the next rumor is about WWE contracts. So, not too long ago, literally, probably less than a month ago, I was saying how WWE, they want to sign everyone to as long of a contract as they want. They want long-term contracts. They want wrestlers to sign for more than 5 years, so they pretty much own them for those 5 years, because they don't want anyone going to AEW and giving AEW the boost that I mean, AEW's just really started, so they already had a boost going on, and just to boost them even more, I guess. Vince McMahon with the powers that be did not want that happening, so they wanted to sign everyone to long contracts. But apparently, the opposite is true right now. They've changed their minds, whoever that may be, Vince. He has basically changed his mind, and he wants short-term contracts now. So they're just signing to little baby contracts. Especially the new talent that just now coming in, the brand new signees who are just now beginning training and stuff like that. Apparently there is a bit of a raise boost now for the same type of contract. Before they were just paying like the bare minimum you would make as a wrestler signed to the WWE as a trainee, someone who's still in training. You'd make $60,000 a year. That's the bare minimum, but apparently they have thrown that out the window, and now the bare minimum you'll be making is $80,000 a year. So $80,000 a year just to be training to be a wrestler is not too shabby. But you have to realize most people who are getting signed are not just training to be a wrestler. They're previously a wrestler, because they don't do like beginner classes. It's like just training in the WWE style, and these people are mostly already wrestlers, I believe. But anyway, yeah, a little bit of a raise boost for new signees or whatever. But anyway, everyone across the board, no matter if you're on Raw, SmackDown, or whatever, they're thinking about signing more wrestlers to short-term contracts rather than very long-term ones. Okay, the next rumor is about the brand new WWE Champion, Mr. Drew McIntyre. So, spoiler alert, if you didn't see Raw, Drew McIntyre is now the WWE Champion again, and they just kind of put the title on Orton to have him, I don't know, hold it and keep it warm for a few weeks. I mean, I guess it makes Drew McIntyre a 2-time WWE Champion now, instead of just a 1, and it brings, I guess, Orton one closer to, like, tying Ric Flair, or even coming close to beating Ric Flair. I don't know what the plan is there. But basically, yeah, so about Drew. So right now, Survivor Series is coming up, and he's facing Roman Reigns. They're just kind of doing a champion versus champion thing, just something a little bit special for Survivor Series. It's not for a title or anything like that. They're not unifying the titles again or anything like that. It's just kind of just something special for Survivor Series. But there remains a question. What happens after Survivor Series is over? Who is Drew going to be facing for the title? Is it going to be Orton or whatever? Now, I don't necessarily know what they're doing for TLC, the last pay-per-view of 2020. They could do Orton, but apparently next in line after the whole Orton ordeal is over with, it is indeed going to be none other than Sheamus. So Sheamus, Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship is apparently the next feud they have lined up. Now, I don't know for timetable what they're doing. I would imagine going to Rumble, that's going to be the match. As for WrestleMania, we'll be talking about that plan here in the next few rumors. The next rumor is about Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. So Seth Rollins, if you haven't heard, is taking a hiatus from WWE starting here pretty soon because his wife is expecting a baby, and his wife is Becky Lynch, and hopefully we already know this. So they're going to be going off and starting their family in December, which is going to be, wonderful. It's next month. But the question is, after, the childbirth or whatever, when is Seth Rollins coming back? And another question is Becky Lynch coming back? When is she coming back? Well, apparently the current plan is Seth Rollins is 100% going to be back in January. As far as when, my guess would be around Royal Rumble time, Seth Rollins will be back. But as for Becky Lynch, when is she going to be back? Well, apparently Becky Lynch is supposed to be coming back, I guess, around the same time, maybe even Rumble, but at the very latest, it'll be like in February. So Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch both looks like will be back in time, definitely for WrestleMania 37. And that leads me into my final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'll be talking about inside of this episode of W News and Rumors. This is about WrestleMania 37 and the current plans. So we'll go ahead and kick it off, I guess, with Rollins and Becky. So I don't know what they're doing with Rollins. He's going to be somewhere on the card. I don't know if they actually have it planned out what Seth Rollins is doing at WrestleMania 37, but they definitely do for Becky Lynch. So when Becky Lynch gets back in January or February, they're also going to have, I guess, Ronda Rousey return, and they're going to be building a singles feud, singles match between Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch, and I don't know if sometime in between Rumble and Mania if Becky's going to get the title or Rousey's going to get the title and it's going to be a title match. I don't know, but as of right now, that's a singles match rumored for WrestleMania 37. But I also have a few more matches. So Roman Reigns is supposed to be facing Drew McIntyre again, just like the Survivor Series match. Maybe for a title, I don't know. Also, Brock Lesnar is supposed to be back for WrestleMania 37. And finally, this is a very big match I never thought I would see. The Fiend versus the rated R superstar Edge. Edge versus The Fiend, Edge versus Bray Wyatt. That's going to be a very interesting match, to say the least, but those are the rumored matches so far. WrestleMania 37, I guess, is going to be WWE's way to say, we are back, tune in every week, WWE's back better than ever now that the pandemic is fading, we're going to have fans back, everything is going to be amazing, so just tune in every single week. So you guys have it. That is going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. On screen right now, I will be leaving a link to my previous video, which is an amazing unboxing video of a brand new mysterious plaque, a signed plaque like on the walls behind me. So check out that video if you guys are interested in that. Also, I'll leave a link to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new here. But thanks for watching, guys. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.